You gotta excuse my voice today. I know I may sound a bit hoarse because a couple days ago at Milestone 8, I had a match against two disrespectful assholes who shall remain nameless. Well, you know what? You know what? Screw that. I'm not a coward. I'll call those guys out. It was Ryan Matthews, aka Hoodie, and the Marty Jannetty of the Left Coast Gorillas, Zach Anaya, better known as the two biggest marks I know of this strong style wrestling. So it's no coincidence that whenever Hoodie hit me with a forearm shot, he got me straight in my freaking throat. I mean, how in the hell can you possibly call yourself a good wrestler whenever you don't even know how to throw a proper forearm? And that's the head trainer at your school, Yaden. Think about that. You know, Stevie Richards was right. The school training at your school absolutely sucks. But since day one, when I walked into that horse shit of a barn you guys call an academy, all I heard from a bunch of nobodies is how that was one of the top 5 schools in the country. How they'd be able to take my ability to the next level. But thank God I had the common sense not to buy into any of the bullshit they were trying to sell. That school is the perfect example of wasted potential. Because Matthew Yaden never had the balls to fix the problems that he created in the first place, like putting Anaya and Hoodie in charge instead of putting those two jackasses in their fucking place. I was one of the hottest prospects in wrestling. I could have gone anywhere I wanted, but I chose Rocky Mountain Pro solely because of Vince Russo. I knew and still know that he's the only guy talented enough to ride up to my level. And he left for the same reasons I'm cutting out of this shit show, because of the constant disrespect we had to deal with on a daily basis by all of the idiotic marks who infest the wrestling business, like Anaya, like Hoodie. Those guys, I promise, those guys will never move past where they're at in this business. For a multitude of reasons, but the main one being the fact that they don't understand what wrestling needs in order to get back to 9 million viewers. Living truthfully through imaginary circumstances. That's been the foundation of pro wrestling since day freaking one. But somewhere along the line, that philosophy got shoved to the side along with the guys who preached it. So don't consider this me just marking out for Vince Russo. I'm speaking out for all the vets who are too scared to lose a paycheck to speak up for the way wrestling should be. And sure, there's a couple young guys, like the 6-tool product Anthony Catena, like the draw Sammy Callahan, like retrosexual Anthony Green, guys who get it. But the majority of this business has strayed so far from what made it great in the first place. Let me clue you in on something you should already know. Larger than life characters, that's what draws people in. Not 5'6", 140-pound acrobatic gymnasts. Newsflash, dumbasses, the Barnum and Bailey circus went out of business. You all look like a bunch of 16-year-old girls going for gold in Beijing. I refuse to sacrifice my beliefs for a paycheck. And I absolutely refuse to participate in the blatant disrespect of all the great ones who came before me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a step back, clear my head, evaluate my options, and find a promotion that shares the same vision of wrestling as I do. I don't know what promotion that is. I don't know what city it's in. I don't know who's going to be running the place. But there is one thing I do know for certain. That I'll be doing it side by side with Vince Russo. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it comes down to one thing. I'm a Vince Russo guy.